What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? This is your boy, the Sebastian Alexander Bonet, and welcome to another episode of Rhoyally PHUCKED. I am your boy, His Royal Highness, but you can call me the Sebastian. So we are coming through with a review for season 13, episode 1 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Boring snooze. But anyways, it is episode 1 of the third. I don't even know why we have 13 seasons of this show. It used to be the bee's knees, but now it is the boar's snore. So we open up with Portia buying a clue. I am so excited and so happy that Portia Williams has come into her own. We knew, they showed clips on it. This is going to be very much hit and quit kind of episode or review. They showed it in the first part of the show how far Portia has come. Because remember at one point, not so very long ago, when she was married to Cordell, Portia thought the Underground Railroad was a real railroad. Bitch. If you didn't know that, let that sink in, but I'm sure everybody knew that because that was the gag. It was like, well, how ditzy and dumb can this bitch be? I assumed everybody knew the Underground Railroad was not a real, it was not a, I feel like Tina rolling on a river. But I thought it was common knowledge. I thought it was common knowledge that, oh, am I ashy? Maybe so. Oh well. But she has now come into her own, come into full fruition and understanding what her she always mentions her grandfather, Hosea Williams, of understanding what it is to be black in America, what it is to fight for a cause, what it means to be having a platform and using that platform for social justice, social change, and using it for good. So now we are seeing her, I'm assuming, fully awoke, with everything that has transpired with George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Aubrey, I can't think of his name, Aubrey something, I can't remember, Tamir Rice, Eric Garner, and the list goes on and on and on. Sora Bland, it goes on and on, but she is fully woke with the situation and using her platform for good. So you see her in Lexington or in Louisville, Kentucky, when it came down to the marches in the city and then being arrested and standing up for the rights of people of color. And it's good to see her in that headspace and using and being positive. And then we get into the other girls. We get into Kenya, right? And Kenya, with her mushroom face, and I'm not being nasty, but Mama said that Mama had, during the whole pandemic, Mama was eating for her dear life. And so she said she gained about 30 pounds. And even with me, when I gain weight, you can tell it in my face. And Mama looks like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in her face. Mama didn't pick up some weight. Mama said that she couldn't zip up her dress. Now, why is she going to the attorney's office? It couldn't zip up. I'm assuming that somebody, the nanny, was there to help her or whatnot to zip it up, because I don't think you would go out with your whole back undone, not like Blanche on the Golden Girls when she was trying to get into her wedding dress and could not. Well, she got in it, but the bitch wouldn't zip. So she is still dealing with this thing with Mark Daly as far as their divorce. And I don't know. Part of me is like, no woman should go through what Kenya is going through, right? Because at least based on what we see on the show, and I take this stuff with a grain of salt with the things that we see on television, right? Especially on reality television, because nothing is reality. It is scripted reality or whatnot. And so, still going through this divorce, still crying, and I really do believe that Kenya wanted to make it work, that Kenya wanted to be in a successful relationship. All she wanted to be was married and have a child because she wanted to break that generational curse from her mother of not being wanted and being raised by her grandmother and other women in her family. So I wholeheartedly believe that. But on the flip side of that is that karma is a bitch, right? you have, and people say, and this is the thing, I don't know Kenya. I don't run in that circle, don't know her or anybody in that circle, but I've heard it mentioned that Kenya, what you see on TV is not Kenya in real life, i.e. going back to this is not reality, right? But if by chance what she's presenting on television is somewhat of who she is in real life, Karma's a bitch, because sometimes what you put out, you don't get back the way that you think you're going to get it back, or from the people that you think it may come back from, if that makes sense. Kenya has been a bully to pretty much everybody on the show, and you would think that that same karma would come back from those people onto her, but that's not how karma works. Karma just comes when she comes. You want to call it karma, you want to call it the universe, you want to call it God, you want to call it the muses, well, I'm not going to say the muses because the muses are the muses, darling. But it comes back in different ways. And so the way that Mark, and again, I'm not condoning what Mark has done on the show, be it real or not, I am saying is that you create a space within the universe with your actions, with your deeds, and not quoting the Bible, but you reap what you sow. If you sow a good harvest, right? If you sow good seeds and good doings and good wishes, you're gonna get that back, right? But when you sow evilness and sow discord, and when you sow what's what I'm looking for? My mind is saying incomplacency, but that's not what I'm looking for. But when you sow those negative things, you get those things back, and oftentimes they don't come back the way you thought they would come back. So I feel sorry for her on the left hand, but on the right hand, it's like, well, girlfriend, girl, you kind of put a lot of mess out in the universe. Text message on my phone. So that's what, she went to the divorce lawyer trying to decide if she's going to do a legal separation or officially file for divorce. And I've never been married, so I can't tell you what I would do, because I've never worn that shoe. I've never even been, I've been in a long-term relationship, but I was the one in the cause of that breakup. So I was kind of the Mark Daly. But everybody needs a storyline. On every reality, there has to be a storyline. And so she's going to milk this for all it's worth until something else comes along to where it is storyline worthy. All right, so we then go to Candy. Candy's doing whatever she's doing. She's raising, is the baby's name Dash? Because we have Ace. I think the other baby, the 8-month-old, is Dash, I believe. I'm raising the baby. Riley's getting ready to move up where I am. She's going to NYU. Kudos. Todd is still working on that same restaurant from last season. Literally in the same place. Last season, Candy walked into that restaurant that Todd was working on behind the bar, and she had a conniption that he had not had any more progress than what he had. And now, 6 months, 10 months later, it looks the exact same from last season. So, is that the storyline, getting this steakhouse up off the ground? Because it's been 10 months. And y'all, money long. Now, let me say this. I can't count nobody's pockets, but I don't think money is the issue of trying to get business. Because, bitch, you got Candy Coated Nights, you got Bedroom Candy, you got 2 or 3 OLGs, you got your music money, your royalties, your RHOA money. Money ain't an issue. And even Todd had his own money when it came, because he did videos and camera work, whatever. He didn't have your money, but he had his own money. So I don't understand why it is taking so long for this restaurant, steakhouse, whatever, to come into fruition. Talking about Candy, Riley, and Block, this back child support, it's old. Okay, Riley is grown. Now, I know you're talking about, NYU is not cheap, but bitch, you got it. You didn't pull Aunt Becky and Massimo kind of situation, trying to pay to get your daughter into school. You got the NYU money, honey. You got it. So don't act like, ooh, NYU is expensive. Cause now it is, bitch. But it's expensive to certain motherfuckers. It's expensive to me, a broke. It's expensive to my family. And my family is all right. We got a little coin, not nowhere near what they got, but it's still expensive. But for the money that you got, you can afford to send your baby to NYU and you will not be hurting. That is the basis about Candy. First episode, very slow. Then we go over to Cynthia. Cynthia was out there in LA with her. Now we know her husband, my mind is saying Lamont Hill, but that's not that man's name. It's Hill something. Hill. Is his first name Hill? Larry Hill? Tommy Hill? No. I don't know. Tommy Hill. I went to school with Tommy Hill. Sexy stuff. They know neither here nor there. Not Tommy Hill figure, but his name was Tommy Hill. That boy was fine. My God. Shout out Amos P. Godby, class of 1999. But anyways, we now know that they are married, but they're talking about the rigmaroles of they were out when quarantine hit. She was in LA, so she was in LA for like 6 months with him, his daughter, and then her daughter. I can't look at her daughter's name right now. My mind is saying Bailey, but that is not that child's name. And they were out there for the 6 months with the quarantine and having quiet sex, and she's sounding like a engine trying to start up on a tractor trailer. She said that's how she have sex, which is disgusting to me, bitch. If you sound like that, girl, you need to get something wrong. I don't know if that's your Altoids, your sinuses, or some shit. You need to get that, worked out. And then they're now back at Lake Bed, which I really do love her house. Back at Lake Bed, and they're talking about the wedding, and she wants this lavish wedding. And this is where I get kind of annoyed, because even though I know this was filmed months ago, but when it was filmed, we were still in a whole ass pandemic, right? And so you're talking about having the wedding, not having the wedding because you want everyone to be there. And his regard says, even if we have a very small wedding with the key people, you're marrying me. I should be enough. The wedding is extra, but I should be enough. And the fact of the matter is, and you know what? I've never been married, and I'm not a woman. I know some women want the fairy tale, but bitch, you already had it. We can go back and watch it in the Bravo archives, bitch, when you married Uncle Beans. Not Uncle Beans, Lord. They call, that's wrong show. That's Real Housewives of Potomac. They call the Grand Dame's husband Uncle Ben. I forgot what they called Peter back in the day. But anyways, you had that fairy tale wedding, so you don't have to, even though now we know that they had it during the whole ass pandemic, no socially distancing, neither here nor there, because bitch, I didn't pay for it, but niggas will be niggas, right? My eyes. So that is what they were talking about. Very slow. Marlo came over. It is only 5 girls this season, and I'm wondering what is going to be. We've seen the preview. I'm not going to get into that. But you have Portia Williams, Kenya Moore, Cynthia Bailey, Candy. What's Candy's last name? Candy Burris, and some new girl. I forgot the new girl's name because Nene didn't come in because they didn't give her enough money, and then Eva the Diva. I wish Eva was there because she quietly gets folks together, but she got 2 seasons on the end. She did better than Kim Fields that only had 1, so neither here nor there. But it was a very slow episode. Nothing to really report. I just gave you a brief synopsis. That is really about it. Like, share, and click on this video. Subscribe. Remember that you can send an email to rhoyallyfucked@gmail.com because I have a couple of emails that's going to be a mailbag episode where I'm going to just answer a couple of questions, maybe about 6 or 7, and call it a day. Make sure you like and follow, and I will holler at you guys later. Peace and much love. Ciao.